y'all, it's Kalia Monique. My first name's Kalia, my middle name's Monique. It's Kalia Monique, and today we will be packing up my books. All of my books. There's books over there you can't see on my cart. There are books in the drawer you can't see. There are books on the floor here and there's a shelf full of books out there. I will be packing them up today, which means that ultimately what this video is me planning my May TBR. I was like, oh, I'll just pack my books last because, you know, I need my books. I need my babies by me. But that also doesn't make sense because I know that this is going to be it's going to be a task. This is going to be a task to fulfill. And so it's probably best that instead of being the last thing I do, my book should probably be the first thing I do. And I should probably only keep my May TBR. I say that, and yet this row right here, I do not want to get rid of. I mean, Aladdin too, but that's not really included. But like, I don't want to. I don't know. It kind of just hit me that this whole scene is about to be gone. Like, this is the last time. Well, it's not the last time I'll film right here, but this is the last time it'll look like this. And then very soon it will be the last time that I film in this setup, which is the very first setup for my channel. I mean, technically the first setup was over there, but this was like so close. Anyways, this is me getting emo, even though I literally cannot stand living in this place. It was very humbling for me to count out how many books of mine I have not yet read. I don't want to talk about it, okay? I don't want to talk about it. Thing is just so exhausting. Oh my god, no pictures, please. I'm yelling at them to just leave, get out, like leave now. We don't need to go through all this. Why are you heading towards trauma on purpose? I love you too. You're literally sunshine as a person, but thank you so much. So one thing that is happening in May that I absolutely do need to plan for is Asian Readathon, which is hosted by With Cindy. And the theme for Asian Readathon this year is Everything Everywhere All at Once, after the movie of the same name. So yeah, I have not yet watched this movie, but I probably will now that it's on my radar. I do think I have seen like people talking about it. I just hadn't realized what they were talking about, but now I do, and I'm like, ooh, this sounds cool. I will be participating in Asian Readathon as much as I can. I do know that you can like double, triple, do whatever you need to do with the prompts. There are 5 prompts for Asian Readathon, and they are: 1, read a book by an Asian author. I would hope that would be a prompt for this readathon. 2, read a book with an Asian character who is either a woman or an older character. 3, that's a 4. 3, read a book by an Asian author that takes place in a universe that you would like to experience, or like a different place that is different from what you're used to and would like to experience or like interested in experiencing. 4, right, that's where we're at now. 4, read a book worthy of googly eyes, again by an Asian author. And 5, read a book by an Asian author with a high rating or has been like highly recommended to you. So yeah, I will be doing this. I have a ton of ideas, but something that I'm going to need to be very aware of is making sure that the stories I'm thinking of are in different like represent different Asians. But yeah, other than that, let's pack up my books and talk. I figured this would be a really good way for me to like knock 2 tasks out at once. Like I can get a video content for you all while also packing up my books. Alright, so I do have like blankets in this box as well because somewhere, I think it was someone on the Citadel was like, when packing your books, like add them alongside with like lighter materials because, you know, it's about to get real heavy. So yeah, let's start off with the very top. Oh my gosh, this is already making me so upset and sad. I literally have my new editions of Strange Dreamer and News of Nightmares, and now I'm nervous because nope. Those are getting packed very last. Like, literally, the week I'm leaving, that is when that's getting packed. Going great so far. I will, although I'm very, very interested in reading this book, I don't think that I will read it this month. So I'm going to go ahead and put They Never Learn by Lane Fargo. Pack that up, as well as, I don't know. This one's like really in the mood I'm in, so hold that off for a bit. Same thing though with Plain Bad Herons. Although I'm like very interested in reading this, I don't think that I'm going to get to it in May. Oh, Pooh Bear. Let's face it, I'm probably not going to read this today on May either, so it should probably go away. Or not go away, but be packed up. This entire shelf up here can probably be packed up just because I've literally read them all. They're up here because I love them, and they're like my favorite romance and contemporary reads. Or, yeah, I would say my favorite. But, yeah, they can go. Because, or not, again, nothing's going but in the box. They can be packed up because they should be. Like, I've read them already. I don't need them for May. Here we have The Heart Principle by Helen Wong. Really love, oh my goodness. Really love that one. And then Instructions for Dancing by Nicola Yoon. This one broke my heart. No one prepared me for that. And for that, I think was very rude. The fact that no one prepared me for how much that was going to hurt. Y'all rude for that. And then I also have Anna K, A Love Story, which was hilarious. Literally such a fun read. Okay, so I do have here, Uzumaki. This I have not seen in, like, I haven't seen it in stores, in stock, on Amazon. I haven't seen it anywhere. So literally the second I saw it, I was like, thank you. Thank you so much. But I probably will not be reading this in May. So, I have a ton of Junji Ito I could read, though. Doesn't this one, like, give a lot of people that fear spirals? Exciting, but not now. Next in books that I have here are The Atlas 6, River Enchanted, Kingdom of the Curse, Dear Girls by Ali Wong, and Twisted. So, I think the only ones that I'm going to consider for May are The Atlas 6 and Dear Girls by Ali Wong. Because I have wanted to read this memoir for a very long time and haven't gotten to it yet. And then I have this, like, thing of books that I wanted to get to soon. But then, oh my goodness, it's heavy. I ended up doing, like, my haul, I believe, and that, like, completely messed up the books that are in here. So these aren't even necessarily books I wanted to get to soon. They're just the books that ended up in here. We're going to actually separate them and put them in here. I guess I can talk to you guys about things. I don't know how to make this video interesting, if I'm being completely honest, because it's kind of like a last minute decision that I thought might help me to, oh my goodness, feel motivated to do some things that I need to do, like packing. But let's talk about some things I've been enjoying lately. Like some media. I think we could start with, like, shows and movies. Gonna keep Dating Dr. Dill out for now. This can go in. So, shows. What have I been watching as shows? I'm like, it's more than likely K-dramas. Let's be honest. I think, can I just say, I love that I have found my people on the internet, because for so long I used to feel so self-conscious about watching K-dramas because, I don't know, I felt like I never met anyone that really thought they were interesting, or I don't know. I got super self-conscious about for being considered like uncool for some reason, which is weird because like I genuinely don't even know how to describe it because like when I think about the things that I did, it's not like being actually the blueprint for cool is what I was ever looking for. I just didn't want to add more things that would make me different than my peers, I guess. And by like being different than my peers, I literally mean I went to VWI. I was like one of very few black girls. I did not want to add more to it. I did not feel like adding more to it. I was very nervous about being myself, and I held on to that literally until like recently, I would say, like until I was like junior, senior year of college. I held on to like not wanting to be different or not wanting people to know what I was really interested in and my passions, because I thought they would think like I was weird, or I genuinely don't even know, because like ultimately if I loved something, there shouldn't have been anything that held me back from like sharing that. But like even when it came to like my Instagram, if you were there, if you had already followed me on Instagram when I did this post, that means that you kind of saw quite a transformation in me. But I even had to do a post on my Instagram stories because Instagram is like the social media that I am on the most. Like I don't necessarily post, sorry about that, but I am on Instagram quite often. But I had to do like a post on my story because it made me so uncomfortable to just start posting things that I like talking more about books on my Instagram made me so nervous that I literally posted a post and was like, I realized that I've been hiding myself from literally everyone, and my Instagram is a place in which I do that. And so heads up, you guys are going to be privy to more of the things I love, and I'm going to be raving more about that on Instagram. And I had so many people be like, oh, this is such a cute message, I love this for you. And then I just did whatever the hell I wanted to on my Instagram. But that had me like, why do I keep doing things like this? Like, this is not the first time in my life that I have like held back on doing something because I'm I guess afraid of how people will like react to it. But ultimately, my Instagram, my life is for me, and I shouldn't be so worried about how other people view my life. I genuinely don't know how I got on that tangent, but it was an important message, so we'll keep it in. We'll keep it in the video. All of these can go as well. There's so many great books. I read such great books. If you're thinking of starting something like a blog, like a blog or a YouTube channel, or you want to be more active on your social media with a thing that you love or something, just do it. Just do it. Like, literally, you're going to see that the second you do it, first of all, you're going to be feeling so relieved, but other people are going to start reaching out to you and feeling more connected to you. I have had so many people reach out to me since I started being more open on my Instagram, and since I started this channel, just being like, I really appreciate what you're doing. Like, even people friends that I had in high school reaching out to me and being like, I just want to say I love what you're doing. Like, I really love your spirit and everything. And it just genuinely warmed my heart so much. Like, if y'all only knew how much I was holding back of myself so that I could, I don't know. I'm just such a self-conscious, anxious person all the time that it's hard for me to, like, just be okay, like, being me. Even though, like, I can say now, like, I really love myself and I'm a cool person. I acknowledge that I am a cool person. But, like, still, it had felt so uncomfortable to just, like, be my goofy self. Especially when it's, like, because it was, like, okay, a lot of people on my Instagram have known me since, like, high school or later, like, or earlier in life, like, when I was a kid, like, having a lot of family on my Instagram and being like, I don't want these people to know all these things about me, but, like, they do now, and it's great because I'm closer to them. So that's great. Honestly, I feel like a lot of these books can get packed up because I also have just been so into my Kindle lately. Like, we have finally begun being besties, and I think it's a beautiful thing. It's a great thing right now. I won't be packing, however, Jade War, which is the next book I need to read in the Rainbone Saga. Yeah, I'm not going to pack this. I do think I will be getting to it in May. Clara and the Sun, I absolutely loved and adored. I definitely recommend if for Asian Readathon. It was a really, really cool. Like, I would pick this one for like a world or universe I would want to be a part of. Jade City, I've already read. And Jade Legacy, I probably won't be getting to in May. But that is enough books for this box. Holy crap, was that literally just this box? Y'all. That's so, I could fit one, like a few more, right? That's not that much. That's not that much. Compared to what that I have left. How do people pack? I feel so incompetent right now. I feel so bad for the movers having to move my books. So, shows that I have been watching. If you haven't watched my Readathon vlog, I was watching Our Beloved Summer. Have you watched it yet? Have you watched it? Because if you haven't, you should. Go watch it. Like, literally, so much joy. That was one of the K-dramas where I was like, this male main character is so cute and innocent some way that you just gotta love it. Like, the whole show just feels so cute and innocent. Gotta love it. After that, I watched Business Proposal. I just realized those are two amazing K-dramas I had right, like, back to back. Business Proposal, talk about sweet and innocent. Let's get to it. But also, Secretary Kim was his last name Kim? I feel like it was. I could be wrong though. I could also be thinking about what's wrong with Secretary Kim. Maybe that's why that's in my head. But the secretary guy, he said, next time I'll make it so that you never forget. And I said, sir. Okay. Can I just say something about these like Netflix K-dramas? I got nervous when I was watching like My Name and even like Squid Game, because there was like these like, they were sex scenes and I was like, whoa. Oh, K-dramas. The K-dramas I knew back in the day, because, okay, sure, but they didn't have that. It was a firm fade to black, and I saw both butt cheeks. I said, oh my goodness. Speaking of which, if you've watched Each One Class, which if you haven't, you should. It's been literally my favorite show. That and It's Okay Not to Be Okay are my two favorite K-dramas. But if you watch that, one of the bad guys in that show is actually like the hero in My Name. I saw his little booty cheek. I did. And I said, oh. Not that that's the reason that I magically ended up liking him all of a sudden, because I ended up liking him because he's a good actor, and like I was like, wow, the range of this guy, because he went from being that asshat to just like this just sweet, kind guy. I watched it a while ago, but like that character the range, baby, because I was like, the second I saw that he was going to be like the hero of the story, or like not the main character, but like the love interest of the story, I said, oh, this is about to be a long road I am on. Okay, how am I ever going to? And yet somehow, some way, the very same facial expressions that had me ready to plunge a stiletto through his eye in Into One Class were the exact same facial expressions that had me blushing. So you know the range of it all. He's a great actor. And I wish I knew his name, but I suck at actually checking out actors' names when I see them in show. Like, across demographic. Like, I don't want this to seem like it's a K-drama thing. Like, literally, there are actors that I have watched since I was like a kid, like since I was 7, and they'll appear in a show now, and I'm like, oh my god, it's so and so, and not know his name at all, like not know the actor's name at all or actress's name at all, because I don't know why I don't know why I don't know people's names, but I'll work on it. I promise I will. Especially if I'm going to start talking to you guys about the media I'm taking in. I should be able to talk about the people that make me happy within them. Y'all hear that fucking dog? Losing its goddamn mind. Are the owners doing anything? Because I'm hearing the music blasting as well. Are the owners doing anything to get their dog to hush? It sounds like it's a small dog too. So if you don't just pick this dog up and just like soothe it. Okay, but let's go back to Business Proposal actually, because the main love connection, like they were cute, they were a moment. But that secondary character, they had me on with the chokehold. They had a chokehold on my heart. The secretary guy, he would say something, and I was like, or no, the girl, the second love interest, who was the main character's best friend, she would say something. I would be like, bitch, if you don't want him, move over, because I will take him. Just, my goodness. Just, ooh, that man right there. Tell me when he is a main character in something, because I need to, I need him to be the goal for the end of the show. Oh, goodness. Have my heart a pitter-patter. Okay, anyways, enough thirsting. Oh, I started watching Arcane. I haven't finished it though, but that is a fun show. So well done, so well done. Like in a vlog that I'm pretty sure is going up before this one, I had talked about like my love for like how I was really enjoying the mania that Junji Ito depicted in Ramina. I'm loving the like mental state that a character, like I'm not loving it for her, but I'm liking the gray area that we have found ourselves in, because it's not like the heroes or the stories are necessarily good guys, but there's something there. Also, I'm seeing, and I feel like something sapphic about to happen with one of the main characters, and I need it. If you don't know what Arcane's about, it's like two sisters that end up on opposite sides of this like rebellion. My sister told me about it, and you know what? I'm living. Honestly, the whole reason I started watching the show was because of Good Sis Here. I don't know her name. Honestly, I can't remember the name of any character in this show because I haven't watched it in about 2 weeks because I needed a break to... Actually, I haven't watched it in all of April because April was a very eventful month for me. So I will be getting back to that, I guess, tonight. But I watched Arcane, and I guess this is the whole reason why. And, like, look at her hair. Tell me when y'all doing the live action, because... you know, there's probably somebody that could be better for that role. But still, if this is what you do with black people's hair in this show, I could be a side character. Does she need a secretary? She need an assistant? She need a protege? I mean, she got herself a protege. Oh my god, I just remembered what happened in the last episode I watched. Y'all, I gotta watch this again. I need to get back to Arcane. I just watched The Ultimatum and finished it in like, was it a day or like a night in the morning? But I did watch I did watch it because I was like, I need some reality TV trash. And honestly, I love Love is Blind. Not because I feel like it's profound or anything, but because of the very opposite. I do not need to think when I watch this stuff. I don't have to get invested when I'm watching these like love shows, because if you gonna do this, then like me and you are not the same, and I don't feel any investment in any of it. I did also start Game of Thrones with the Citadel, but April was a minefield to go through, so I didn't get to finish it. And we'll be going back to that in May. So we shall see how that goes. So far, so crazy. Like, wow, folks have lost their minds. And their heads. Like, literally. Y'all, I'm quite literally already so exhausted. I have packed 2 boxes. I'm going to try and pack like 1 or 2 more. But that has changed how this video is going to go. I mean, we're going to continue to talk about stuff. But I'm not going to finish my books today because for some reason I have no grasp or understanding of how many books I have. So yeah, that was literally 1 shelf. We still have, well, 1 shelf and like 2/3 of a pile that's on the ground. The only thing left on the ground is this box set that's about to end up in here. And then I'll head on that way. But anyways, where are we? We talked about the shows I've watched and how I'm feeling about them. I'm liking them all. Much like books, if I'm not enjoying a show, I'll just stop watching it. Oh, you know what show I didn't talk about that I'm watching? Because I'm also in the middle of this season as well. Toy Boy Season 2 finally came out. Let me just preface, I forgot to preface this, so I guess it's like, whatever happens and you haven't mentioned something that you should have like said at the beginning, I'm gonna just say a lot of the media I consume, not media, but like a lot of the TV that I consume is translated. I don't know why it's so much better when I'm reading subtitles, but it is. Like, I genuinely don't know if the actors are better or if what I am like making their words. I don't know. Like, the subtitles, how good are you? Because me reading the subtitles and the voice of like the anger and like the emotion that the character is depicting on the thing is just so dramatic or just so like great, like acting on point, most emotions evoked, everything great over here until it's not. And by until it's not, I mean like something has happened to a character I love. Anyways, Toy Boy Season 2 came out a while ago. I watched it when it came out. Not all of it, and I stopped partway through it. Love it. If you haven't seen Toy Boy Season 2 and you don't mind reading subtitles, absolutely watch it. Also, I will say it is like Spain Spanish. So if you also can get over the like lisp that they have within like Spain Spanish, that I know it used to like really frustrate me, but listen, find a good show and you'll be willing to get over just about anything, okay? Because I'm very much willing to get over the little lisp with Elite and Toy Boy because the drama of it all, the drama, baby. Also, Toy Boy also has like a lot like very attractive men, just like gyrating and just, I mean, they're literally male strippers, just wow. But like in drama, like one of them ends up in prison. And that's like, that's the beginning. He started like because of murder. It's great. It's great. I remember I binged this with a friend of mine the one night and I literally went to his place so we could like go out and like party, have fun, drink, have a blast. It was weekend. It was fun time. We drank. We did not go out. We were like, let's watch this until we figure out what we're going to do. We did not leave. I'm on season 2. Clearly, it has not hooked me as quickly as season 1 did, but it's still great. Because, wow. I mean, the men, they just, wow. Oh, yeah. I'm probably not going to read Tommy, right? In May? Probably not, right? I mean, probably not, right? Also, I should probably no, because I literally remembered this book so well. I'm like, I should probably restart it because I've only gotten that far in. But I'm like, I should probably restart it. But I literally remember everything I've read. Like, all of it. So, should I read it? I mean, I really want to finish this book. But I don't know if I'm going to in May, is the thing. Like, I don't think May is when I'm going to do. I'm probably not. What else? I already read Wicked Fox. It was great. You should read it. There's no way in hell I'm going to look back on the vlog that I talked about my thoughts on that book, but you should read it. I love the way the mother-daughter relationship was depicted. In just general, I really love it when books depict like mother-daughter relationships in which it's blatantly clear that no one is perfect and that like the mother's flaws are depicted, but ultimately there is love there. Chef's Kiss, because that is life. Also probably not going to get to in May. These Violet Delights. Should I probably get to it in May? Should I probably prioritize this during Asian Readathon? Yes, probably. Bitch, I just talked myself into it. I said all of 2 sentences, and I'm like, actually, but, it's not that I don't want to read this. Like, don't get the hesitancy as in that. Like, I do really want to read it. I just don't know if I'm going to. Bitch, leave it out. Just leave it out. It's fine. You're fine. We have She Who Became the Sun. I'm gonna try and highlight the, like, Asian books that I have read that I, like, if you haven't read it, I think you should. She Who Became the Sun. I actually enjoyed it. I know that, at least when we read it at the Citadel, it was a quite dividing book. I mean, I loved it. Literally everybody else did. I mean, me and Yaya really loved it. And you know what? I watched Otai and Books. I watched their live show where they discussed the book, and they loved it too. And so did the co-host. I can't remember anybody, but a lot of people in the audience, a lot of people that were like commenting or like in the comments was also enjoying it. So I'm just saying, I found my people ultimately. Okay, loved this book. I think that it did a great job of depicting like an East Asian historical drama, which is what the author's intentions were. Everything felt very accurate. The pacing felt very true to all the times when I was watching East Asian dramas. Savage Lands, for now, it's going to be left out because I do want to, like, it's right in the realm of the things I would want to read at the moment, so I'm going to keep that out for now. I also have XOXO. I'm not in a contemporary mood, or, like, I am kind of, sort of. I'm in a, like, dark romance mafia mood, if I'm being completely honest. So, not XOXO. What I do want to keep out, though, is Daughter of the Moon Goddess, because particularly for that prompt that is, like, a universe you want to be a part of. Yes. I think I told you guys when I was talking about my most anticipated releases, but something about this story really reminds me of actually, like, Chinese lore and a show that I watched that surrounded, like, Chinese mythology. And when I think about that show, which I rewatched over and over again, I want to be a part of that world, and that world reminds me of this world, so I want to be a part of this world, because I don't know, just like the way that show was depicted, like the cinematography in that show, quite beautiful. Oh, video games. I'm not even gonna lie. All I've really been playing for the longest is Cozy Grove. Like, I think it has a lot to do with the fact that I genuinely don't have time, and that game is not meant to be played for long hours. It is just like a quick, hey, do some tasks, bebop, out. You're gone now. And so I've just been playing a lot of Cozy Grove, but I did download some new games, and I will tell you about them when I come back with the next box. Then the final box for today. Let me know if you guys are enjoying this series of just like sitting and talking, or not sitting. Y'all are sitting, probably. I hope you're sitting. Or like, do what you want to do, friend. But, let me know if you guys like these like talkative videos talking about life while I do things. I can't imagine doing this outside of moving, but if you guys like it, I'll think of something to do. Okay, so here we are. Book. Box number 4, I have taken down the top layer of my TBR cart, and also the 4 books that I had on my dresser that are like my favorite reads and have a warm place in my heart, so I will be putting those in the box. That hurt. I can't believe I'm not going to be able to look at these every single day, but literally, like, a few weeks, Kalia, you'll be fine. I will be fine. I just feel like I'm such a nostalgic person. Also, the other boxes got like full blankets. Like, I have a lot of blankets. I just gave the other boxes my blankets. And this one, I actually ran out of blankets. Okay, that's a lie. I have one blanket that I've left out, but that is because I like to like burrito myself in a blanket and then put the top sheet on and then put the comforter on because I'm a very cold person. I have mentioned this before, I feel like, and yeah, I need a blanket, so I kept one out. And now I just put some like sheets in here. I hope it does the same thing of like kind of providing something soft along with the like heaviness of the books. I don't know. I really don't know. I'm just here. Oh my god. Okay, so clearly this was what was on my dresser because wow. Huh, the way my heart is aching. Okay, so hold on. I need to put this note somewhere because the book that these notes go to is already packed, unfortunately. So the Ace of Spades that I annotated. Oh my god. Guys. I was on Instagram and I was watching my like people's stories and my cousin's story showed up and she was raving about, she was like, could not put this book down, stunning. And I was like, yes, I love this book. And she was like, I picked it up because of you and how you were raving about it. And I said, I've won. Thank you so much. Video games that I've been playing. Like I said before, I have been playing a lot of Cozy Grove just because I don't have time. I have just recently downloaded though Lowbug and Eastward. I haven't gotten a chance to play them yet, but those are definitely on my radar right now. Those are my most recent purchases and gaming wise, and I'm very intrigued to finally get to them. Cozy Grove, I think, is the greatest game. Well, I think Spiritfarer is the greatest game ever. Because when I talk about like emotions being evoked, Spiritfarer made me cry the very first spirit I had to like help move on. So if you don't know what Spiritfarer is about, it is about you play this, what is it called? Like you play this wanderer person, I don't know, but you're helping spirits to settle their last things so that they can move on. But you hear these spirit stories and they're like a lot. They're a lot in their emotions, and like yes, they definitely have some like final regrets in life, and then you're trying to help them through them. The very first spirit I helped to move on, and I'm pretty sure this is the very first spirit that everyone helps to move on, was the fawn. And her story had me I was just, it's not like her story is even necessarily the saddest one, which to me, the saddest story is the freaking mushroom, because based on the behaviors of the mushroom, I don't think they got to live like a full life, and that made me very sad. However, the fawn, whoo, child, oh my god, like just hit on the heartstrings. Why don't you? And I think it's because she was the first spirit that I moved on. Like I didn't understand like what happens when, I mean I knew what would happen when you bring them to the gate, but I didn't know all that it would encompass, and like the visuals and the story that continues once you bring them to the gate is just so amazing. And so Cozy Grove was advertised to me or like marketed to me as Spiritfarer meets Animal Crossing. Those are the very first two games I ever downloaded on my Switch. Like I absolutely love Animal Crossing. I think that is actually the game that I have the most amount of hours on. I think I have like 500, 600, maybe 700 hours on that game. And then Spiritfarer, that's my life. I haven't even finished the story on Spiritfarer because I don't want it to end. Like I don't want to continue. Like I can't keep saying goodbye to people. But I will get back to it. So literally my two favorite games in one, and I've been playing Cozy Grove, and it actually does feel like that. It's not so much the customizations of Animal Crossing, but very much so in like the hoping of tasks that you need to do for the day. Also, you can customize a bit, like you can make your tent bigger and like decorate your tent more. There's a lot that you can customize within the individual character that was really fun. But I think like I guess what's really drawing me to it is the part that feels more like Spiritfarer, because ultimately what you are doing is like helping spirits with their like story and doing tasks for spirits. And I do believe that at some point, like, because right now, because I'm not very far in like I'm far in a lot of their stories, but it's not like I've gotten to the end of any of their stories. I don't really know how that part ends, but it's feeling very much like I genuinely don't even know, but I do like learning the story of like the island and of the individual spirits that I'm helping. I think it's been really great. The handyman-esque spirit, that motherfucker got me scared. Like, I don't know if it's because I may not just be paying enough attention to the other characters' stories, but I feel like he, more than anybody else, is more so like, I'm doing this so that I can move on. And I'm like, are y'all moving on? Are we not? Is this not forever? Is this not our home? I thought this was our home. I think if he's like the first one, if they do go and he's the first one to go, and literally if he goes at all, I feel like I'm gonna cry. So definitely giving those Spiritfarer vibes from Cozy Grove. I guess what's relevant to this video, I guess it's all been relevant because it's literally just me talking about my life. And my life is relevant for my channel because it impacts this channel. But what have you guys been interested in? Like, what books are you guys interested in? I think I went a little bit too hard in the paint last year and was too focused on broadening my horizons, too focused on reading other people's favorite releases or most anticipated releases or just like new releases in general, that I wasn't reading enough of the genres that I love. Like, I went very hard on fantasy. I feel like a lot of what I watch on BookTube is fantasy. So those are the books that were constantly being recommended to me and the ones that were like highest on my radar because of that. But I keep saying that my two favorite genres, or three depending on how you see it, are contemporary, romance, and fantasy. I feel like last year I did a lot of fantasy. I also had stated that I wanted to broaden my horizons and read more genres. So I read some sci-fi. I mean, it's not like I read like a ton of sci-fi, but I still read some sci-fi. More fantasy that didn't include romance in it at all. I broadened my horizons a lot more last year for the sake of like giving y'all something to look at and to see and like be interested in, because I don't know, I guess I've watched a lot of fantasy readers, and so based on what I watched, I didn't think that maybe anyone would care about me reading romance. And also, I didn't want to just stick to like being a romance reader or a fantasy reader or a so-and-so reader. I want to be a well-read reader. But I feel like I went so hard in the paint with that I didn't read enough romance, or not enough for me, because I missed romance so much. So what ended up happening was I ended up getting sick with COVID. And I mean, yeah, it sucked ass. It's horrible. But, what getting sick with COVID forced me to do is sit my ass down and rest. I spent so much time sleeping, and I didn't really necessarily want to sleep because it was just like, literally, I would be up at times. Or I would, it was just weird. It just felt very weird. So I ended up, I was like, honestly, all I really want to do is read. So let me read some things. Clearly, I'm not going to pick a hot epic fantasy or an adult fantasy while I'm suffering through COVID. So I ended up picking up my Kindle at that time. I ended up reading Tricky Magic by L.L. Campbell. And then after that, I read King of Bad on Blood. And I was like, these are exactly where I want to be. It was literally the greatest option I ever had for what I was going through. Like, I didn't want, like, it was still fantasy, but I didn't take a lot of world building, which is exactly what I wanted, because I wanted the fantasy elements, but I didn't want to be introduced to a new world. I think I had tried reading One Shaper at the time, or like I had tried One Shaper prior to that, but I just was too, like, once I got sick, I was like, I can't do this right now. I can't deal with like a new world or a new like political system, so I had to put that book down. But reading Tricky Magic, it was just like there's no world building needed at all, really, besides figuring out like these people, the individual people's like powers. It was so great to just read and still have that fantasy and not need to like learn anything new. Also, it was steamy, and it had romance in it, and I loved the angst of it all. It was just so much fun. And I'm talking about both for Tricky Magic and King of Battle and Blood. I am going to check the other areas of the shelves just to see if there's anything that I want to consider for Asian Readathon, and then I'm going to come back to you guys and we're going to figure out if I need to put any books back. Spoiler alert, absolutely, I the hell do need to pack some of these books that I have set aside. But we'll talk about that in a bit. So as you can see, I got about 2 shelves full of books that I would like to read in May. I'm not going to read 2 shelves worth of books in May. At least not before the 28th, I won't. No, ma'am. No, that's not going to happen. So, it's time to get brutal. I don't know about brutal. I'm so dramatic. Let's start off with these 3. I really want to start with my classics collection. One goal for me in 2022 was to read 6 classics. I have yet to read even one of them, and I think one of the classics that is calling to me the most at the moment is Pride and Prejudice. So we're going to put it on the maybe pile. You guys can't see it, but it's right there. The Unapologetic Guide to Black Mental Health is a book that I started a while ago. I did not get very far at all. I think I read the prologue, and the prologue had me like, oh yes, bitch. And then I never continued. Or not the prologue, but like the foreword. And I never continued after that. But we're gonna change that, especially since it's very small. I think I just saw 2 Unscribed. There's an audiobook to go along with this, and I would love to read along with the audiobook. I think often what I find with nonfiction is that I like reading along with the audiobook, because then it feels like I'm in class learning. I think that'll really help me with this, and I do think I want this to be my book for my official nonfiction for May, because isn't it also like Mental Health Awareness Month in May? Also, just like in my own life, my like career and in my job, mental health and like Black mental health is a very important thing. That will help me with my job at the moment. Put that in the maybe as well. Literally, this whole thing is a maybe. So I don't. And then we have Buy the Book by Jasmine Guillory. This one is a meant to be novel. It's the second book, but I'm pretty sure there's both standalones. I just don't know if I would rather read. My battery died. Y'all, I am so tired. I'm so sleepy. Okay. But I believe I was talking about Buy the Book by Jasmine Guillory. I'm going to admit, I don't think I actually realized what this book was when I got it, but that's okay because I'm actually happier. Like, I'm more excited now. And it's a meant to be novel. I was like, oh, it's the second book in a standalone series or whatever. The series is between different authors, so it's totally fine. Turns out this is a collaboration between authors and like Disney, I guess. I think, but like adult. I hope. I think, yeah. I mean, that's the section I got it in. Anyways, so The first one is If the Shoe Fits, which was like a Cinderella, modern day Cinderella retelling told by Julie Murphy. The second one here is by the book, which is a modern day Belle sort of retelling. I absolutely will be reading this month. In fact, I want to think it's the next read. I love this. Here I have The Paper Girls of Chinatown, which is based on the true story of a lot of things. So one of which has to do with like women who came to America with dreams and the American dream in their horizon, or at least that's what they thought, until they were sold into prostitution. I think this is actually the perfect time for me to read this. Like, Asian Readathon or not, I think this is perfect. First of all, this is one of my recent purchases, and I really it's also in the maybe pile. Everything keeps getting put in the maybe pile. Okay, so for the amount I need to do, I think I'm going to leave Zerona Hurston for after May, like June. I think I can leave You Don't Know Us Negroes until June. I think I'll really appreciate it. We're more into the summertime. This is all about like how there are essays all about like Black people taking the scraps that America has given us and making something beautiful with it. So yeah, I think I could do that and save that for June. I feel like that will boost my spirits in a summery atmosphere. Next we have The Verifiers. I think I really am not interested in this one at the moment. I mean, I'm interested in it, but I don't think it's with the vibe of where I am in reading at the moment. This is like a mystery, and I'm not in a mystery mood. Oh shit! What the fuck? There's no depth perception. I don't know. Okay, so next up I have Wotakoi, I believe. Love is Hard for Otaku. I saw Erin from Booked and Busy talking about this book. All she did was haul it, but I mean, reading the synopsis, which I read the synopsis. I know, I'm shocked too. This actually is something I'd be very interested in reading in whatever month we're in. We're in May. After Parties. This is a collection of essays. Why are all these books so interesting? There's not enough time. Okay, let's be honest. With where I'm at now, all I want to read in like dark romances, all I want to do is read my Kindle, which reminds me I should have grabbed my Kindle because we do need to talk about the reads that I think I'm going to read from there. But knowing where I'm at now, do I think that I'm going to pick this up before the 28th of May? I don't. Do I think that I would pick it up after the 28th of May when I'm not so busy trying to schedule all the extra things I'm doing for work and all the extra things that I have to do for moving? Absolutely. But right now, it's not possible. It's not going to happen. Next, kind of the same thing with Pachinko. I love the idea of a beautiful, like, feminist story centered around 1900s Korea. But at the moment, a book this thick it's not about to happen. Damn, but will it? Because I want it to. Oh, put it in maybe. We will. See, right when I thought I was gonna get all hard ass about this, I can't do it. Right swipe. This is romance. Oh, and they're like competing. They're like competing dating apps too. Damn. But I do think that KK is just not gonna happen. Not now. Not before May 20. Whatever the fuck I keep saying. 28th. Dating Dr. Dill. It's romance. I'm gonna put it into that pile. Literally, that's where I'm at right now. These Violent Delights. I think I was right when I originally was like, I don't think I'm gonna have time. I don't think I'm gonna have time. The Spanish Love Deception. I really do want to read this story. I really do. I just keep not having time for it. But if you're going to put it in, maybe. These Savage Lands, maybe. Dear, okay, I think what I'm actually gonna do is hold off on crying in H Mart. Why did I say Mark? H Mart. That reminds me of my nephew. He didn't, instead of saying Walmart, he was saying Walmart. So cute. So cute. I think Ali Wong is just so funny and so great, which is why I bought this forever ago. Like, over a year ago. And yet I haven't read it yet. And I really want to. Okay. Oh, we just have 3 more. I'm not going to reread Stranger Dreamer and Muse of Nightmares. I just want them on my shelves. And I can make that decision. Okay? Daughter of the Moon Goddess, I do want to read. Atlas 6. Fucking hell. Fucking hell. Okay, let's do this shit again. Jade War. Do I really feel like I will read Jade War? We're gonna have to do a priority stack, huh? Okay. So, how many books is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14, let's cut it down to a half, so the first 7. I really don't want to regret this decision, but I think I'm not going to be in the headspace. Holy crap, I'm not going to be in the headspace for Daughter of the Moon Goddess. Alright, so let's make sure I got at least the things I need to have for Asian Readathon. 1, read a book written by an Asian author. Got that. Read a book featuring an Asian character who is a woman and or older. There is a woman main character in this book, and I believe that she, like, there's a time jump, so she is older. Also, she might be older, but no, I don't know. I don't know about that, but I think part of the story, the plot, or part of the synopsis was that, like, she's an older, like, rom-com loving person. But I don't completely know about that. I at least know that Jade War Shay is older in this book. And also, she's a woman, so I did it. Read a book by an Asian author that has a universe you want to experience or an universe different than yours. Okay, so we're talking about a world I would like to experience is Jade War. I would love some Jade. Although if you gave it to me, I would be a danger to everyone that stepped in my way. Read a book by an Asian author that has a cover worthy of googly eyes. Quite literally all of these, this stunning. Okay, stunning. I love it with my whole heart, soul, and being. But also, look at him. Look, oh my god. You would think I would figure it out by now. Him, also, swoon-worthy. Granted, I think that this cover is actually quite stunning, but since, like, one of them is Chinese, coming to America, and I believe the other one is Chinese American, I'm going to go ahead and say that they are the same. They are the same type of Asian. So I think ultimately the Paper Daughters of Chinatown isn't actually going to count towards Readathon. Not that anyone's really checking for any of this, but I honestly, like I said, I just want to read this right now. So whether it counts for Asian Readathon or not, I feel like reading it. Like I said, Jade War, though, the book is quite swoon-worthy to me. I definitely would give it googly eyes. Read a book by an Asian author that has a high rating or is highly recommended. Literally, Jade War took away all of this stuff. It's literally all of it. Quite literally all of it. I don't... So, first up, we have the Unapologetic Guide to Black Mental Health by Dr. Rita Walker. Next, I have the Paper Daughters of Chinatown, based on a true story by Heather B. Moore. Wotakwe, Love is Hard for Otaku, Volume 1 by Fujita. Written by Fujita. Jade War by Fonda Lee. Dating Dr. Dill by Nisha Sharma. By the Book, a Meant-to-Be novel by Jasmine Guillory. And Savage Lands by Stacey Marie Brown. Granted, I have not talked to you in depthly about what any of these books are about because I barely know what any of these books are about. As we know, I don't read synopses, but I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed our little chat prior to this. And that this was entertaining in some way. With no further ado, I believe that's everything. So, if you enjoyed this video, if you enjoyed my face, my voice, my actionness, go ahead and press that like button down below and press the subscribe button and bell notification if you'd like to be notified when I upload. If you'd like to stay connected with me as I would like to stay connected with you, I of course will have my social medias linked down below as well. And if you would like to support this channel further, I will have my Ko-fi link down below as well. My Amazon is currently not public because I am moving and that would be chaos. And for the comment of the day, let me know how you guys felt about this video. Would you like for me to do more of these like chatty planning videos, more of these like getting my life together videos? I don't know of any time or any occasion I would do this besides packing. But if you guys enjoy it, then I will do more of it. Just let me know. With no further ado, I believe that is everything. Although I am probably forgetting something because I always forget something. But bye guys.